People generally wave at me if they already subscribed to Text God.
Oh, look at that.
Man, everyone's just subscribed to Text God. It's unbelievable. Yo bro, this is Louis aka Text God, and today we're gonna talk about Tinder. It's very strange for me to not start the video with a clap, which I usually always do, but I wanna be able to eat my Belgian fries. Very good. Anyway, we're gonna talk about... That was not smart. We're gonna talk about, does Tinder work in Belgium? Does it work well? Where do you take your Tinder dates? Are there any cultural phenomena you need to be aware about to not accidentally insult your matches? I'll also give you some of the best lines in the Dutch language that we speak here to instantly spike your matches and get a good conversation flowing. Most important question first. Does Tinder even work in Belgium? Does it work well? And the short answer is
yes.
And the long answer is
yes.
Are there any alternatives you need to know about, right? In some countries there's local apps that are more popular than the main apps such as Tinder or Bumble or Badoo or whatever. But in Belgium the answer is no. However, if you are a fan of playing on multiple apps at the same time, yes, you can cast a net on Tinder and you can cast one on Bumble, which has pretty high quality girls here. You can even cast one on Happen as well and collect multiple fish. You will notice that some of the fishes you catch in your Happen net will already be in your Tinder net as well. It's not the biggest country ever. We have about 11 million people living here. Short answer, Tinder is the main app. You can use different ones. There's no special local hidden app. Okay guys, this is a pretty typical Belgian view. We have really good chocolates right here, more chocolates. Then we have a pita, that has nothing to do with Belgium, skip that one. Then we have some more chocolates and then we have fries. Belgium. Second big question when Tindering in Belgium is, are there any cultural phenomena? Is there anything you need to know to prevent you from accidentally insulting people and disturbing the peace? Yes and no. In Belgium you gotta know there's actually 3 official languages. There's German, but that part is so small that the chance of you encountering those people is really small, so we'll not talk about them. But there's the Flemish, those speak Dutch. Flemish part of Belgium speaks Dutch, and there's the French speaking part of Belgium. We call them the Walloon. The chance of you encountering either of those two is very likely. Now, the Flemish, they will usually speak English, so that's good for you. But if you're in Brussels, the chance of encountering someone that just speaks French and no Flemish or no English is it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, that's gonna happen to you a couple times, and you will notice this because they will address you in French. So my tip for you is straight from the get-go, tell them, hey, I don't speak French or Dutch for that matter, so let's try to communicate in English. And if they don't speak English, you'll know straight from the get-go. Now there's actually one thing you can do when someone addresses you in either Flemish or French, and there's a magical sentence to respond, one for each language, and if you respond with this sentence, your conversation is, instead of slowly building up, it's gonna be like instant sex. Not instant sex, but it's a great start, and I'll give you those sentences a little later in the video. You can just copy paste them then. Whoa! Oh wow! Artisanal Belgian chocolates. Oh no! Rest in peace. By the way, I'm thinking of making this into a series where I go to different states, countries, cities, towns, villages, whatever you want actually. You can do some proposals in the comments. I'll go there, I'll check out how Tinder is, some local tips and tricks. I'll find out if there's anything you need to know to be extra successful, and I'll share it with you. Actually, the like system below the video is a pretty good indication whether or not you like this idea. So go ahead and smash that like button if you want me to go wherever you propose. And let's go to the next tip. Now, when you are gonna be in Belgium, of course you wanna know the best cities to Tinder and the best cities to date. Now, I can't predict where you're gonna be, but most likely you'll either be in Brussels, the capital city, amazing. You'll be in Antwerp, the city of diamonds and fashion, amazing as well. Or you'll be in Ghent, the city with most students and my personal favorite. Now, all 3 of those cities have plenty of women and plenty of date opportunities, but I'll just give you a head start and give you my favorite date location for each of them. We'll start with Ghent, where we are right now. If it's a daytime date, I advise you to go to Or, which is a coffee bar with amazing coffee. One of their baristas is Belgian champion as well and was like number 10 in the world or something. It's really good, it's cozy, and it's always gonna be busy, so no one's gonna be like staring you down the whole time. So daytime, go to our coffee bar, it's right in the city center. Now if it's nighttime, I advise you to go to Mosquito Coast, which is a bar with some very loungy chairs. There's a really pleasant vibe, and it's actually attached to a travel agency, so there's like vibes from all over the world. They have dishes and cocktails from all over the world. It's a really good place to go. There's actually a fly on the lens. Can you see that? Mosquito Coast. Now if you go to Antwerp, 2 tips for you. One, it's called MAS. Mas, it's a museum, but you can just enter it for free if you want to go to the top floor, where you can be on the roof and get a panoramic view over the whole city for free together with your date. Amazing. If you want to grab a drink, you go to a bar called the Muse, which is a jazz bar. It's very dark, it has a very sexy vibe, and it's pretty much everyone I know who lives in Antwerp who is a solid player will take his dates to the Muse. And then last but not least, the capital city, Brussels. If you're gonna be in Brussels, I advise you to go to 2 places. One is called Delirium. It's a bar that has like pretty much any beer ever brewed. They have all Belgian beers. It's gonna be crowded. There's 2 floors. It's amazing. Go there, have a beer with your girl, and enjoy the dark, sort of chaotic vibe that is all over the place. And secondly, you can go to a bar which I'm still not sure how to pronounce, but it's my cameraman's favorite bar. It has a very special, unique vibe. It's called
Goupil Le Fol.
We think you pronounce it Goupil Le Fol. That's French. And this place, it's like all different rooms, little rooms. They only have sofas, which is exactly what you want. You can sit right next to your date and have that cozy vibe. It has something almost magical. It's like a Harry Potter scene. Definitely check it out if you are in Brussels. Belgian chocolate. Oh my god!
No!
Wow! Unbelievable! I ate all the chocolates. That's not what's unbelievable. What's unbelievable is there used to be exactly 11 in here. And that's how many sentences you get for free. -1, you get 10. In my free download below the video, I'm giving you 10 lines that you can use to kickstart or spark or whatever, make any conversation better. Download them for free below. It's a gift from Belgium to you, my friend. Alright, now earlier in the video I promised you I was gonna give you something to kickstart your conversations, something like shoo. And that's what we're gonna do right now. So if someone starts talking to you in Dutch, but you obviously don't speak Dutch, just tell them this sentence that's popping up on your screen right now, and it says in Dutch, sorry kapoentje, ik spreek geen Vlaams. You do that and you'll see what happens. Now if they reply, just be like, that's the only sentence I know, let's continue in English. It's pretty much telling them in a really funny way with a very local word, hey, sorry you little, it's so difficult to pronounce, like foppadoodle is what we came up with it to be the English translation, but it's not like, hey you little funny person, sort of, my good old little friend. It's very hard to translate. Sorry, but I don't speak your Flemish language. You go ahead and copy paste that to them and you'll see if you were better off just saying, hey, sorry, I don't speak English. You won't! Now, if someone speaks French to you, and this will 100% for sure happen in Brussels, except if you have no matches, if you don't have matches, buy my product. So if someone opens you in French, what you say is this. Oh my god, my imaginary watch is telling me to go. I actually have to go right now, feed my goldfish. If you want to know the French line, check out the article down below and I'll give it to you right in there. I'll see you there. Give this video a like if you like anything in the world, and subscribe, because if you don't, you will only match with French speaking people that don't know any English.